Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's your girl Green Fire Motivation. I pray that you all are doing well. This is day 15 of the 30-day video challenge. I am at the halfway mark and I'm definitely excited. I have a question for you. As always, have you guys heard the saying, practice makes perfect? Do you believe that saying? Do you believe that practice makes perfect? So once again, this is your girl Green Fire Motivation, aka Judy Owens. If you've been here before, I'd like to welcome you back. If it's your first time, welcome to the Green Fire Motivation channel. The intention of this channel is to get you to take action and to take control of your life. Definitely hit the subscribe button so you can stay with us on this 30-day video challenge and then some. Also hit the thumbs up button if there's anything that I say that resonates in your spirit or anything I say that touches you directly and you feel that it has benefited you in some way, form, or fashion. Definitely hit the thumbs up. Definitely leave a comment. Any part of the video that touches you, leave a comment at the bottom. If I say the word like and you like the way I said the word like, type the word like. If I laugh at something and you think it's funny, type I'm laughing right now. Anything you want to type, comment helps the YouTube algorithm and also helps me to grow my channel so that I can reach more people that need the information that I'm sharing just like you. Also, hit the bell, the notification bell. It's at the bottom. Hit the bell now. That way, anytime I load videos, you'll automatically be notified and you can watch them as soon as you're able to. Okay, so once again, back to the question that I asked you. Are you familiar with the question, with the term or phrase that says practice makes perfect? And I'm pretty sure if you're anywhere around my age or somewhere close to that, you may have heard this saying a million times, which, you know, is not a bad saying. Practice makes perfect most of the time, okay? So in saying that, I want to leave three thoughts for you to ponder on, okay? The first thought is something that we already know. No one is perfect, okay? No one is perfect, okay? No one is perfect. And the reason why I feel like it needs to be you and I, because these videos help me too. I go back and listen to them and they help me to continue to stay motivated. But the reason why I say no one is perfect, and the reason why I need to repeat it is because so many times, you know, we strive to do something and then when we fail or when it doesn't turn out exactly the way that we want it to, we hash over what could have been done better, what could have been done, one thing should have been done instead of that, if only, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Okay, so Green Fire Motivation is telling you right now to cancel the woulda, coulda, shouldas, okay? No one is perfect. Matter of fact, if you think about, now you know guys, with the COVID scenario, everybody wants to wear masks, everybody wants to sanitize, everybody wants to use hand sanitizer, you know, everybody wants to do the social distancing thing. But the fact of the matter is, even with all of those precautions are not perfect. There's still people that are catching this virus, okay? However, it does help to be in a preventive measure state of mind, okay? It's not 100%, just like the most of the sanitizing items and so forth that you see, they'll say 99.9% kills germs. Why? Because once again, nothing is perfect. No item is perfect, and neither are we. We're striving for perfection. But there is no one person who is still here on this earth anyway that is perfect, unless you're talking about Jesus, and that's a whole nother recording, okay? All right, so that was the first point. No one is perfect. That's the first thought. I want you guys to remember that. Think on that. No one is perfect. So the next time you mess up, or the next time you're working as hard as you can to get to a particular point and you don't quite get there, or when you get there, it's not exactly turning out the way you expected it to, don't beat up on yourself. Just realize no one is perfect, okay? So the second thought that I would like to leave with you is, contrary to popular opinion, practice is something that we're all good at, okay? Practice is something that we are all good at. I've heard people say, I'm not good at anything, or I can't do anything right. Okay, I just want you to stop saying that, because practice, okay, practice is something we're all good at. If you know how to write your name, okay, you're good at it, okay? If you know how to tie your shoelaces, you're good at it. If you know how to put your clothes on, you're good at it. If you know how to put your makeup on, you're good at it. If you know how to open a door, you're good at it. If you know how to drive a car, you're good at it. If you know how to walk to the store, you're good at it. Look. Okay? Practice is something that we're all good at. Why? And the reason why I say we're all good at it is because we've been practicing different things all of our lives. We just never took the time to look back and say, hey, I had to practice that in order to get good at it. We never took the time to say, I had to practice that to get good at it. When we write our name on or sign our name on a document, we're not thinking about how many hours it took us to learn how to write in cursive, or how many hours it took us to learn how to connect those cursive letters together to even form our first or last name. We just sign the paper and keep it moving, right? We don't sit there and hash over what we did in order to get to that point. But fact of the matter is, at some point, we had to practice. Okay, we had to practice in order to get to that point where we could sign our name without thinking about it. So everybody is good at something. You just have to find out what you're good at. You just have to find out what you're good at. Okay, so that's the second thought. Practice is something we're all good at. You just have to find that thing that you want to practice on and keep practicing on it until it becomes like an involuntary muscle. You just automatically do it without thinking about it. Okay? All right, so the last thought that I want to leave with you, which by all means, if you at any point in time have liked either one of those thoughts, type the thought down there. Either one, no one is perfect, or two, practice is something that we're all good at. If you agree with either one of those statements, type one of those statements down in the bottom, or type both so that I know you're still with me, okay? But the final thought that I want to leave with you guys, right? Now, anyone who's been following me on my channel, they know that I'm not the normal type, if you will. I'm not the type to just kind of go along with everyone else says just because everyone is saying it. So there is a term that is very popular, and even Brandy made a song about it, right? Brandy made a song about it called Almost Doesn't Count. Okay? So in the song, of course, she's talking about love, and they almost fell in love, and almost, and it doesn't count. Okay, so Green Fire Motivation is now going to take that statement, that phrase, almost doesn't count, and I'm going to flip it on the other side and say almost does count. Almost does count. Say with me, almost does count. And here's the reason why I say almost does count. Almost does count is because think of the things that you want to do, okay? Think of the things that you wanted to do in the past, and you may not have reached those goals, but you took the first step. Think about that for a second. Those things that you want, those goals that you have in mind, the dreams, the thoughts, the visions that you have in mind that you're saying you want to reach, okay? Now, popular saying is almost doesn't count, but I would dare to say almost does count, because if you've already taken that first step, that means you're almost there. You're almost to your goal. You're almost to your dream. You're almost to your vision. You're almost there. The difference between almost, okay, does count and almost doesn't count is almost does count. That means you've gotten started. That means you're on your way. That means you're moving. That means you're not staying still. That means you're not being stagnant where you are. Okay? So almost does count, because as long as you're making progress toward that goal, you're in a different spot than you were yesterday and the week before that and the month before that. You're making progress. That means you're almost there. Okay? Almost there. Okay? So that's my final thought. Almost does count. Say it with me. Almost does count. Almost does count. This is your girl, Green Fire Motivation. If you don't remember anything else, I want you to type down in the comments right now. Type down in the comments right now. Almost does count. And Green Fire Motivation, green means go. Green means go. So if you have moved one step minimum toward your goal, then you're on green. You're going. You're almost there. Okay? Once again, hit the like button, the thumbs up button, subscribe, comment, almost does count at the bottom. And I'll see you guys next time. Green Fire Motivation.